We're back with our third edition of Welcome to Ministry. As I told you before, these first few ideas that I'm giving are actually not my original ideas. They come from my instructor, my mentor in college. My best friend from college, my roommate, commented that he remembers these, and he's going to recognize 4 out of the first 5 because we learned a lot. So my third advice to you if you're going into ministry is this: choose your trouble. Jesus said, in this world you will have trouble, and in ministry you can double or triple that. Ministry deals with people, and it deals with people's mess. And anytime you deal with people and you deal with people's mess, then what's going to happen is you're going to end up in messes. It's messy. There's always going to be problems. There's always going to be things that go wrong. So you have to be careful to choose your trouble. Look, you can't give yourself to every mess. You can't put out every fire. You can't do every job. It's just not possible. You need to spend your time preaching and teaching the Word. That's your job. You need to be spending time in prayer. You need to set an example for believers. You need to worry about raising up men and women who can raise up other men and women, training people to train people. That's what the focus of the located and vocational ministry have to be. The problem is that when we spend our time on all these little battles here and there and worrying about all these other things, we don't get the real work of ministry done. And so you've got to decide what you're going to do. Remember, in the New Testament, in Acts, we hear the story about when some Greek women came because they weren't getting their share of the food and the disbursements, and the apostles didn't negate that. They said, that's a real problem. We need to fix that. But here's what we're going to do. You go to and give us 7 men out of your group and tell us who you're going to use, and we'll let them take care of this, and we're going to pass that off to someone else. So there comes a place where you spend your time on the work of ministry and you let go of what other people would have you do, and you choose your battles. Choose what you're going to spend your time on, and decide what trouble you're going to face and what you're just going to let go. Don't do bulletins. Don't clean bathrooms. Not because you can't, and not because you're not willing to serve, but because in the end, somebody else can do that, and your job is to be building people up and training people up. My advice to you today, if you're going into ministry, make sure to choose your trouble.